Emails. Yeah?
Top 10 questions to ask a college student.
Oh no.
What's up, everybody? It's your boys, Nick and
Harrison.
we're back with their 10 things to tell you about.
Wow.
Our first tip is finding roommates. So here at Cal Poly, we had like a Facebook group that you could use in order to get in touch with other people, random strangers who you've never met who could potentially be your roommates. And so that's like a pretty good way to make sure that like the person you pair up with for an entire year is actually someone that's like good.
But kind of overall, you're hecked if you do, you're hecked if you don't. So either if it's completely random or you found them, chances of them being a good roommate versus bad are about equal. So when finding a roommate, just keep an open mind about it and it will make the whole process a lot better.
Yeah, roll the dice. Tip number 2 is schedules and classes. So for your degrees, you might be provided with like a flow chart of the classes that you are going to need. And if you don't get into those, don't panic. You can often take them like the next quarter or semester, as like the time that you need them isn't entirely relevant unless it's a prerequisite for a different class. If it's just like you need to take an art class, that can probably happen at any time during your freshman year.
And adding on to that, schedules are something that in college you have control over. An example is that next quarter I would have had a very awful timed chemistry class that really didn't work out well for me. I talked to a bunch of advisors and found out that I didn't need to take chemistry until my spring quarter of my junior year, which means I replaced that bad timed chemistry class with a much preferable timed art class. So again, the ability to manipulate schedules is a tool that you should use in order to make college as fun and as easy as you can.
Tip number 3 is time management. So, college, your classes are in big old chunks that are spread out throughout the week, much more sparsely than in high school. And also, so are your homework loads. So you'll wind up with like a lot of homework due throughout the entire week. That's all due at like the end of the week, or something to that degree. Don't wait till the last minute to do it all. It's a bad way of doing it. You wind up with a large pile of homework at the very end of the week that you don't want to do at midnight.
Now, obviously, none of us are perfect, and this is a skill that you need to know in high school. I've obviously had to do a few assignments the day of. But one thing that really helps is not even a planner, but what I have is a small little notebook that I just write down homework that I need to do in it, and maybe loosely a date. It's just good for me when I'm at my dorm and I'm sitting down. I'm like, did I have any homework? I'll quickly flip through the book, see some 3-4 homework assignments I need to do, and be like, oh yeah, and cross them out when I'm done. Fabulous. Tip number 4. This one involves sleep over cramming. It's a very popular consensus that a lot of late nights happen at college, and I can proudly say, not yet. It doesn't have to happen. And I'm not an expert at time management, and I'm not super on top of things and getting everything done exactly when it should be, but just doing little bits of work, just small amounts really add up. And as a result, I can gladly say that I'm getting all of the sleep and having all the free time I want without having to sacrifice that time for cramming and doing late homework assignments and all that stuff.
Take sleep over cramming any day. It's better. Proven. Psychologically. There's been studies.
Sleep is good.
Sleep is good. Tip number 5 is professors. Professors are like the godsends if you need help in a class. They always have office hours that they're available to go talk to. You can also email them if you need to. Our school has something called Poly Ratings, which allows students to anonymously rate the teachers. So like we can say, this is a good teacher for you, or the opposite.
And adding on to that, colleges, there's a unique experience of having so many different professors for kind of one subject. So if you do find a teaching style or a professor who works better for you, you have the power to make sure that you get them in next quarters or if you know that knowledge ahead of time, talk to the professors that you have and see if you can work something out. Anyway, be open-minded with your professors because they're another tool that you can use to help your college experience. Tip number 6.
Yeah, 6. You got it.
6 is to make your first quarter easy. Going to college is a big change, and things are different, and things are a little not intuitive. So when chaotic. So in your first quarter, don't push yourself super hard. Don't tell yourself you have to join all of the clubs and take all of the hardest classes, because you'll end up harming yourself that way. Try to spend your time enjoying your classes and try to work more on that downtime that you have from your easier classes. Spend that time learning how to be a better college student, and it will work way better for you in the long term than trying to shoot yourself out of a cannon, metaphorically.
The best kind of metaphor. Yeah, like going to college, big change from high school and living with your parents. So, like, just don't stress yourself by having a huge workload on top of that. It's already going to be stressful enough. Just take it easy the first quarter.
And to note, not necessarily harder either, because that it's kind of annoying, I guess, when people were to say that it's going to be harder. It will be.
It's going
more
to be.
difficult. It's going to be, but there are different skills that you need to learn, and it takes time to learn them. But I believe that every one of you can. You just have to make sure that you give yourself time to learn them.
So yeah, as we wrote down here, first quarter / semester, easy. Make it that way. Number 7 is like talk to people. Like college is confusing and scary for like the first week. A lot of people are in the same exact situation, so they're gonna be much more receptive to people going up and be like, "Hey, this is scary," and you can use that as an opening to make friends and like talk to people about anything. It's great having people as backups in your class so that just so you have like a lane of communication open in case you forget that one homework assignment. Or you want someone to eat dinner with. You never know. Number 8, I've run out of fingers, is snacks, water bottle, and mug. Snacks are an amazing thing to have in your room. Like, oh my god, when you're sitting down, you're studying, you're kind of hungry but not hungry enough to like go out to dinner, just grab a bag of chips. It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, and on top of that, water bottles are very important. I didn't quite realize, I knew there'd be water fountains, and I knew there wasn't obviously a water fountain in my dorm, but I never really put the pieces together about how much time I spent walking from my dorm to the water fountain and then back. So I got a water bottle. Then I learned the second thing, which is you might want more than one water bottle, because when you put anything else in that water bottle, it will forever taste like the anything else. Because we also don't have like washing machines. What do you think this is? To clean out old and other liquids out of a water bottle is actually really tough. So you might want to have maybe a mug and maybe an actual bottle for water, which is good to kind of keep a difference between them.
And oh my god, I drink out of my water bottle all the time. Bring one, please, for your own safety.
It's a necessity.
Number, is that 9? Yeah, 9. We got laundry sauce, which is AKA do your laundry. So there's often a really small amount of washing machines and dryers in a college. We have 4 for this entire 4-floor building. So like do it like in the middle of the week for the least amount of like foot traffic you're gonna get in there. And also so you're gonna have a washing machine to use. That's like primo. And then we got our last one, number 10. I just erased it. Lectures. You're gonna have them probably. You want to take notes. In my psychology class for this quarter, like 40% of the questions on each midterm were based directly off what the lecturer said, not what they had on the slideshow. So make sure you take good notes if you need them. Your professor would probably also like let you know beforehand. They're not just gonna drop that on you midway through. So just like good notes, take them. So yeah, those are our top 10 tips for college students. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you on the flip side.
Bye!